Hi, I'm James. I'm going to be your Pacific Northwest gardener. I'm new to the Pacific Northwest, originally from Southern California. Moved up here to Dallas, Oregon about a year and a half ago. We're about 13 miles west of Salem, Oregon. I did get a little chance last year of growing some tomatoes. I grew some cherry tomatoes and some beefsteak tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes did great, got really huge. The purpose for this intro video is to let you know who I am and what my plans are. We recently purchased a home this past year, and I'm working on the yards and the gardens and hoping to make it better than it actually is. The house was empty for like a year, and so there was actually weeds 6 feet tall in the backyard. So my goal is to actually make a vegetable garden back in the backyard, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to use the square foot gardening method by Mel Bartholomew. Now some of you might say, why are you doing that? Because it is a little more expensive in that you have to buy the Mel's mix and everything like that. Well, I live in a new development, and what they do here is they take all but maybe 2 inches of the topsoil off and they sell that. That's what you buy at the big box stores. And everything underneath that 2 inches here is just really hard clay. You can make pots out of this stuff. It's so bad. I planted a few plants in the front yard, and they're just not really growing that well because at the time I didn't put any topsoil in or anything like that because I didn't realize the situation of the soil. So I'm going to be changing that on those situations. I wanted to have the best vegetable garden I could actually have, and I feel that trying to grow stuff in clay is just horrendous. It's just not going to happen. So I felt that what's going to give me the best yield and the lowest amount of maintenance is going ahead and using the square foot gardening technique. First thing I did is I decided that I'm going to go ahead and build myself a 4 foot wide, like they are standard, 8 feet long. Excuse me. And I'm going to build 4 of these. I'm going to end up using cedar because I don't want to use redwood. It's not as renewable. And cedar is longer lasting than fir, and it doesn't rot as easily. So that's my goal, to build 4 boxes and make a nice vegetable garden. I'm going to take you through the steps of things that I'm doing. And I will be recommending books from time to time. Just let you know, I don't get any money from any books or locations or anything like that. I recommend, it's just my personal experience. One of the things that I found good being here in the West, specifically this Pacific Northwest, is to go ahead and look for a copy of Sunset New Western Garden Book. This specifically covers stuff that's on the West Coast. The only thing is, this doesn't talk a lot about vegetable gardening, but it does give you some great information about other plants in your yard and a lot about growing plants here in the western part of the United States. Now, to buy this book in the store, I'll tell you right now, is like $32 or $36, somewhere around there. It's a very expensive book to buy. What I actually did is I went to a used bookstore and I bought this book for $6.50. I mean, so I really saved a lot of money there. This is an older edition, but what's really changed plant-wise? One of the things that's a little different in here now is when it comes to our zone in this area, I looked in this book, and I also looked on a government website, and one of them was saying that we were zone 8, another one said we were zone 7B. So I called the local county extension office, and they confirmed to me that my specific area that I am in is considered zone 6. So I really recommend that if you're not 100% sure about your zone and you want to know that information, call your local county extension office. They're a great resource for you. Also, I confirmed with them about my frost date, and my frost date, they recommend not planting anything in your garden until around May 15th or so, somewhere around there. Most things I've looked at have said somewhere between May 2nd and May 8th was actually the last frost date. So my plans are to, in the next week or so, I'm going to start seedlings. I'm going to do the heating pad kind of situation, see if that works for me, and go from there. And while my seeds are getting started, it'll give me free up the time to be able to start building my beds. Just want to say also, my goal with this is not just to do about gardening. I want to kind of introduce you to the Pacific Northwest and what's different up here. In a few more weeks, my family and I, we're going to be taking my wife and my son, we're going to go to the Tulip Festival, the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival, which is in between Portland and Salem in an area called Woodburn. We went last year. It was great. I'm more of a vegetable guy, yes, but I still like plants, and they're very nice and they're beautiful, and it's a great day out. We do day and weekend trips from time to time, and want to be able to take you and show you some of the different places here in Oregon and Washington area to be able to enjoy and explore. And I will also be sharing a few family recipes to give you an idea of some of the things you can do with your vegetable garden and the foods you grow. And as a little twist, I'm going to be showing you not some good old southern favorites only, but my wife is originally from the Philippines, and I'm going to share with you some of the Filipino dishes. Believe it or not, one of the things they fix is spaghetti, and it's a little different because in there, one of the main ingredients in their spaghetti is carrots and hot dogs, which is very different than what I'm used to here on the West Coast. I do know on the East Coast they love putting chili on their spaghetti. It's supposed to be really good. So we're going to have the chance of being able to explore not only gardening, but some cooking situations and some traveling situations. And hopefully you, like me, will learn some things along the way. All right? Thank you, and hope you subscribe and enjoy my videos. Take care.